Face-to-face selling opportunities are few and far between, and in most parts of the world are non-existent. And so this has caught a lot of professional sellers flat-footed, because what do you do instead if you cannot pull samples and pop corks and sit with buyers and talk about your products? So that's the need that we're rushing to fill. Most of our clients are the 3-tier sales world. So wine and spirit sales professionals for the on-premise and the off-premise, trying to gain new distribution. Those are our constituents. So what I want to share with you today are the 5 things that we teach people to make this pivot to selling digitally. It really is possible to do it, but there's a steep learning curve. And of the 5 things I'm going to share with you today, some are very, very new for a lot of you. So without further ado, the first thing is, whatever system you're using to keep track of accounts and contacts, the people who work at accounts, segmenting of accounts, different types of accounts, attributes, whatever system you're using is going to be stressed to the max. And so if you're not already on board the CRM train, and if you don't know what CRM is customer relationship management. It's both a software and a disciplined process of managing your territory. So the first thing sellers need to pivot to digital selling is CRM. And we're lucky in the wine industry, there's a number of really great industry-specific tools that people can avail themselves of. Probably one of the most popular is Grapevines. Another is the VIP suite of tools, which includes Karma as a CRM. So CRM, if you're not familiar with it, this is something you need to embrace, because it's the starting point for doing all things digital. The second thing is research and prioritization of accounts. Even before the pandemic, not all accounts are equal. It's true that 20% of the accounts are driving 80% of the volume in any market, anywhere in the world. But it's all been disrupted now, because people who used to do a lot of business may not be, and vice versa. So having the data and having a system to prioritize and research is key. We call this key account targeting. So understanding how to do this research yourself, where to go to get the information, and again, you use your CRM system to keep track of all that. So the second thing that we teach is this idea of key account targeting, that not all accounts are equal. You can't be everywhere, so you need to choose carefully who you want to partner with. The third thing is you need the ability to nurture relationships and build trust at scale. One of the things about the pandemic, it's highlighted that one-to-one selling, making sales calls one person at a time, is just not very scalable. And so since you can't see people face to face, huge opportunity exists to make this all very scalable. And central to that is the use of email software for mass communication. Now, I'm not talking about newsletters and blasts. I am talking about using tools like Constant Contact, MailChimp, and ConvertKit. But there is a way for professional sellers of wine to use these tools to nurture relationships with trade buyers. So this is really an essential thing that modern sellers need to do to pivot to digital selling. The fourth thing, which is my favorite and I think the most exciting and groundbreaking, is it's this idea of lead generation, of literally being able to attract trade buyers to you and get them to opt in to be part of your email list or part of your special tribe. This is not a push strategy. It's not a spray and pray strategy. There are ways to find, attract, and retain trade buyers digitally. So we teach people how to do this. And it's a very exciting area because it works for on-premise, off-premise. It works for every product tier, every product category, anywhere in the world. But it is a new skill that most professional sellers are not used to employing. So number 4 is lead generation and understanding how to do that. It's all very, very exciting once you see it in action. The fifth thing, which often gets overlooked, and there's a lot of confusion about social media as it relates to being a professional seller of wine. What I'm talking about here is your personal online presence. Since everything is being done digitally, you can bet that buyers are checking you out on LinkedIn. Buyers are looking to see who you are and what you're about on Instagram and Facebook. So you must, it's an absolute imperative that you have a digital presence, a professionally curated digital presence, primarily on LinkedIn, Facebook, and Instagram. It's not about teenagers with selfie sticks and cat videos. It really is all about how you should present yourself to the world, making yourself accessible, giving people an opportunity to check you out and find out what you stand for and what you know. So this is such an overlooked part of making this big shift to digital selling. And so we train people how to do this in a proper professional way that just has a dramatic impact on how they get things done digitally. So those are the 5 things that we train about. If any of the 5 are striking you as, well, I've never really thought about that, or I'm not really addressing that, or I'd like to learn more about that, I'd be very excited to talk to you. We have an online course on our Teachable School that walks you through how to do all these things in a very black belt kind of way. So I appreciate the chance today just to kind of give you a thumbnail that there is hope for selling digitally. There are great strategies and tools available, and most importantly, the training is there for you. And we look forward to serving you if that's something that you need at your company.